welcome to my channel. So as you must have guessed, today I have for you an interesting video of making these cute little houses, and you can use them in various different ways. I've used one here like a tuck spot that you can tuck things behind. I've made one into a paper clip that can go onto your paper like this. You can make them in any size, and these are fairly simple, no rocket science in how you make these are like super simple to make but quite fun. So I had a great time making these, so I just thought why not share with you all, and maybe we can you can craft along with me. So what I did to make these is I just dove into my scrap box and pulled out some offcuts and stuff like this, things left over from previous projects and stuff like that. You could use printed cardstock like this, or plain ones. It's just up to you. I think you can also use paper, not necessarily cardstock. You could use something like this handmade paper, or just anything. It really, doesn't really matter, because you can use these houses as embellishments on your tags, or maybe if you have, like, for example, a pocket or something like this, and then you can have a house that goes onto it like an embellishment, over the pocket. So you can just have fun making these. So let's just begin our video, and we'll make a few on camera. So to just speed up the process, I have cut a few pieces already. Now I have two different sizes. You can make them as big and as small as you want. So I've chosen these two pieces for my bases. It's better to have them rectangular. No fixed rule. You can take them as as squares, and you can just play around with the shapes. But I think I like the look of the rectangular ones. This was slightly squarer, not my favorite of the lot. I liked ones that were slightly like longer, and I've just added a triangle for the top and placed it slightly crooked, just making things interesting. So I have two rectangulars as my bases here. No particular size needed. I've just eyeballed it and gone with the flow. I think this was two and 2/4 inches width and probably 3 inches in height, and this was, I think, 3 inches wide and a little less than 4. So for the top, what I've done is I've cut a triangle like this, and I'm going to place it slightly crookedly. Now to cut your triangles, what you can do, the easiest way that I found, is you just take your scrap that you want to cut the triangle from, and you place your base, and you just go pick a corner where you want your triangle to be, and you place your base and see that it touches the two ends, but you don't want it this small because you want it to overlap your base, right? So you just go slightly lower than that. Okay, just eyeballing it that it's the same distance on both sides. Doesn't matter if it's not, but just centering it as best as possible, and then this looks fine. So I then just take my scissors and I cut the triangle out. It's not necessarily, it's not needed to be perfect like that, because imperfections add to your craft. And one other thing that you can do is, if you want your tops or your triangles, to maybe go deeper onto your base, and then you have these little, the background, the base poking out, what you can do is cut the tips off like how you would for a tag, like how I have done here, right? Like not needed, but just to give yourself more room, so you have more playing area with your tops. So you can place it like that. Maybe you would bend this one this way. Okay, so now we can go ahead and glue these down. So just apply a little glue just to the center lower part of your top, because it's of course not going to get glued towards the ends. Like that, and then let's just glue this one. Like this. You have the bases for your two houses ready. Now to the fun part of decorating it. Now what I do usually is, I have my black and white digital kit that's available on Etsy, with like so many black and white images that are available there. So I just print them, cut them out, and have them in pouches like these. So for scrap busting projects of this kind, I just go in there and pluck out a few images, fuzzy cut them, and have them ready to go like this. Maybe would, no, I think this looks better here. We can use sticker sheets. We can have maybe words to add, and maybe make use of scraps of lace, just anything that you have lying around in your scrap box. Really good project for scrap busting and making something interesting out of scraps. I haven't inked all my houses, just only inked those that I found were a little too bright. So I just wanted to sort of mute them a little. Then maybe go into my pull out my stickers and see if something suits. Maybe this one. Just cut the excess off. Right, there you go. And for this one, maybe we'll use a bit of lace. Good. Maybe do something like that. You could, just go by whatever feels right. I've just stuck to using scraps of different things that I had lying around. You could just do what feels right to you. Maybe we should give this a little time to stick and glue down nicely. So the glue has dried and the lace has glued down well, so I just used a clip to keep it in place while it got dried. And meanwhile, I just went ahead and added 2 little pieces of laces on this one, and maybe we can now move ahead and decorate it a little more. So for this one, I want a sentiment or a word, something to go on top there. So let's just choose something from this sheet. Maybe this one. It says radiate positive vibes. So let's just pick that out and like that. And then for the bottom here, maybe this leaf sticker would look nice. Just cut the excess off. So this is how this one looks. Nice. And this is the other one. So to make these into a tuck spot, you could just add a tiny bit of glue on 2 sides and just have them glued like this. So 2 sides glue and it goes onto your page like this, and you have a tuck spot. You could use smaller ones to make tiny paper clips like this, or you can add these as embellishments over your pockets. There are just so many things you can do. Just some fun little project to use up your scraps. I hope you enjoyed this video and had fun maybe creating along with me. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I suggest you do so now, and leave comment below. And until we meet next time, take care. Bye bye.